In the vast, sandy expanse of Turkmenistan, there is a place that truly looks like something from another world. This place is a giant hole in the ground, and it is always on fire. Its official name is the Darvaza gas crater. However, most people around the world know it by a much more dramatic name, the Gates of Hell. This incredible crater is located deep within the Karakum Desert. The desert itself is a huge area covering much of the country of Turkmenistan. Finding this fiery pit is an adventure because it is far from any big cities or towns, surrounded only by endless sand dunes under a wide sky. The Gates of Hell is not just a small campfire, it is enormous. Imagine a hole so wide that it could almost fit a large football field inside it. Scientists and visitors say it is about 60 to 70 meters wide. That is around 196 to 230 feet across. The crater is also very deep. If you were to stand at the edge and look down, you would be looking into a pit that is about 30 meters or 100 feet deep. This impressive size means that the fire burning inside is also very large, creating a truly spectacular and somewhat intimidating sight for anyone who visits this unusual landmark. One of the most amazing things about the Gates of Hell is how long it has been burning. This is not a fire that started recently. The crater has been on fire continuously for more than 50 years. Think about that for a moment. For half a century, day and night, through all seasons, the flames have been leaping and dancing inside this desert hole. This constant burning makes it a very unique geological feature and a subject of great curiosity. The relentless fire gives the crater an otherworldly appearance, especially when the sun goes down and the flames light up the dark desert. The sight of the Darvaza gas crater is especially stunning after sunset. As darkness falls over the Karakum Desert, the glow from the crater becomes more and more intense. The bright orange and yellow flames light up the night sky, visible from some distance away. This creates a powerful and unforgettable image against the backdrop of the starry desert sky. Many people who visit say that seeing it at night is the best experience. The contrast between the dark, quiet desert and the roaring, bright fire is something that stays in their memory for a very long time, making it clear why it earned its famous nickname. How did the Gates of Hell start burning? This is a question with a few different answers, and the exact story is still a bit of a mystery. The most common story people tell takes us back to the year 1971. At that time, Turkmenistan was part of the Soviet Union. Soviet geologists were in the Karakum Desert looking for natural gas. Their drilling rig accidentally hit a large underground pocket filled with natural gas. The ground beneath the heavy rig then collapsed, creating a large crater and a dangerous gas leak into the air. Faced with this unexpected problem, the geologists were worried. They feared that the poisonous methane gas could spread and harm the local environment and animals. So they reportedly decided to set the gas on fire. They thought the fire would burn off all the gas in a few weeks and then the problem would be solved. However, their calculations were very wrong. The gas did not burn out in weeks or even months. Instead, it has continued to burn for decades. Other stories suggest the crater might have formed naturally in the 1960s, or that it was ignited later, perhaps in the 1970s or 80s, by different means like a drop match or even a farmer's tractor. The reason the fire has burned for so long is because of what lies beneath the crater. The Darvaza area is located above a huge natural gas field. This field is not small, it is part of a massive reserve of oil and gas that stretches across Turkmenistan and even into the neighboring country of Uzbekistan. This means there is an almost continuous supply of methane gas seeping up from the earth. This constant flow of natural gas is the fuel that keeps the Gates of Hell burning day and night, year after year, providing an apparently limitless source for the spectacular flames. The flames themselves are not just coming from one big fire in the middle. Instead, the gas escapes from many different vents and cracks along the floor and up the walls of the crater. As the methane gas rises and meets the air, it ignites, creating hundreds of individual fires of various sizes. Some are small flickers, while others are large, roaring torches of flame. Together, these countless points of fire combine to make the entire crater look like a giant, burning inferno. This is what gives the Gates of Hell its famous and fiery appearance, captivating all who come to see it. Despite its remote location and fiery nature, or perhaps because of it, the Gates of Hell has become a very popular place for tourists. It is considered the top tourist attraction in Turkmenistan. Many tour companies that operate in the country include a visit to the Darvaza gas crater as a highlight of their trips. People travel from all over the world to see this unusual sight. They come to witness the burning crater, especially at night, when its glow is most dramatic. The journey itself can be an adventure, adding to the unique experience of visiting this strange wonder of the world. Getting to the gates of hell requires some planning. The crater is about a 4-hour drive north from Ashgabat, which is the capital city of Turkmenistan. The roads leading to the area can be rough and sandy, so it is usually recommended to travel in a 4-wheel drive vehicle. To ensure visitor safety, a protective fence was built around the edge of the crater in 2018. This allows people to get relatively close to see the flames without the risk of falling in. The journey through the desert landscape to reach this fiery spectacle is part of what makes the trip so memorable for many visitors. The Gates of Hell is not just for tourists, it has also attracted scientific interest. In 2013, a Canadian explorer named George Kourounis did something truly brave. He put on a special suit made to resist extreme heat and was lowered down to the very bottom of the burning crater. His mission was to collect soil samples from inside this incredibly hot environment. Amazingly, he discovered tiny living things, simple organisms called extremophiles, that were able to survive in the harsh, hot conditions at the bottom. This discovery showed that life can exist even in some of the most extreme places on Earth. To help visitors who make the long journey, there are now some places to stay near the crater. Several camps have been set up in the desert, not far from the Gates of Hell. These camps offer traditional yurts, which are like large, round tents for people to sleep in. Some even have solar-powered lights and offer meals such as evening barbecues. 3 permanent camps provide yurts or tents and food options. These camps often provide transportation in motorized vehicles to the crater rim, making it easier for tourists to experience the amazing view, especially after dark, when the fire is most spectacular against the night sky. Recently, there have been some discussions about the future of the Gates of Hell. Some people who have visited the crater multiple times, along with the local guides who know the area well, have reported that the flames might be getting smaller. They believe that the intensity of the fire has been slowly diminishing over the past few years. This could mean that the underground pocket of natural gas that feeds the crater is gradually running out, or that the pressure of the gas is decreasing. However, it is still a very impressive and large fire. The government of Turkmenistan has also been considering what to do about the burning crater. In early 2024, the country's president, Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov, announced plans to try and put out the fire. There are several reasons for this idea. One reason is concern for the environment, as burning so much gas releases greenhouse gases. Another reason is the health of people living in the wider region. Additionally, the government believes that the gas currently burning away could be captured and sold, which would be economically beneficial for the country. Although the government has expressed its intention to extinguish the flames, putting out such a large and long-burning gas fire is a very difficult task. Turkmenistan has said it will bring together top scientists from around the world to figure out the best way to safely stop the fire. However, as of now, there are no definite plans or methods that have been announced. There is also no clear idea of how much such an operation would cost. Many local people who depend on tourism are worried that if the fire is put out, it will greatly affect their jobs and the number of visitors to the area. For those who do visit the Darvaza region, the Gates of Hell is not the only interesting crater to see. There are actually 2 other craters nearby that were also formed by similar drilling accidents many years ago. One of these other craters also has flames, though they are much smaller than the ones at the Gates of Hell. The 3rd crater is different. It is filled with water, and you can see gas bubbling up through the muddy liquid. These nearby sites offer visitors a chance to see more of the unique geology of this gas-rich desert area, making a trip even more worthwhile.